Now I'm going to demonstrate how to remove the handler power supply. Start by removing the screen that covers the power supply by removing the mounting screws, which is a total of 4 mounting screws to hold the screen in place. Once you have the screen removed and set aside, you can then undo the 4 screws that hold the power supply in. The power supplies are different. There is one for handler and one for drives. The handler one is on the top of the library except in the 4212 and the 4222 models. In that case, it is on the one side of the library and the drive power supply is on the other. In this particular and all other models of the Qualstar product, the power supply is for the handlers on top and for the drives is on the bottom. Once you have the screws undone, the power supply will lift out the top. In the event a cable gets in the way, you can reach in and disconnect it, and it will be out of your way again. Carefully removing the power supply, you have to reach in and disconnect the 2 cables here. They are purposely keyed so they cannot be put in the wrong way when you go to put them back. This is the handler power supply. It specifically states right here, handler power supply. You cannot confuse or misinstall these. If you put the drive one in the top and the handler one in the bottom, your library will cease to function properly. Now we're going to remove the drive bay power supply. Once again, it's very similar to the power supply on the top of the library, which is the handler power supply. Remove the screws that cover the screen. Once you get the screen off, now you're going to sit there and disconnect the power connections down here. These are keyed in place, so you need to make sure that you slide them out first. To do so, take a small flat screwdriver, reach it in there gently, and lift the key up a little bit and pull them towards you. Once you get them pulled towards you and they are disconnected out of the way, then remove the 4 screws that hold the power supply in place. Once you get the 4 screws removed holding the power supply in place, pull it to you and it comes completely out. With the 2 power supplies, even though you got to be careful, both of them say switching power supply on the tops of them. Do not go by that. Instead, go by what the tag is at the bottom. One says tape drive power supply. The other says handler power supply. In the event that these tags are missing on the power supplies, the other way to tell them apart is the handler power supply has this section empty on it, while on the drive power supply it has been filled in. The key thing to remember is that the tape drive power supply must be in the tape drive section and the handler in the handler section.